It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Browns and the Colts, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
In motion, the tight end. They'll run with a former Bill, Zach Moss. And now off to the races, down the right side. Oh, it still won't go down. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards on the ground. First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The numbers on Moss from last week's game, 16 carries, 64 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Second down and 6 now. They'll go again here with Moss. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 28. This defense for the Browns, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll hand off to Hull. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
2nd and 2 at the Browns' 3-yard line.
Richardson will keep it once again. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now Richardson. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first-quarter lead. The extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here are the Browns for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on, and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. 66 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of
no, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
well,
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
for a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Watson, the bootleg. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Doug?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Watson on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And the Browns first down.
On first down, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Browns with a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. The sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Option play, a give to Hull. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Back at his own 49.
Now a toss here, Moss running to the left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. 3rd and long for Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 7-7, our score after one. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Chubb on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Moss on the give up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, it's Moss again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he gets it down to the 32. 107 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run with Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss. 118 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Smash, alert, alert, ready.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Ready.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent, because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A handoff to Moss on the option. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off play action. Richardson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football and not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis. On 2nd down, here's Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right.
Pushing his way through. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes Amari Cooper and the rest of the Cleveland offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. To throw on second is Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A toss play for Moss.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. So here are the Browns to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that part.
Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Richardson. That complete to Downs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can...
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. And this taken in by Downs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's go now.
3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Richardson working from the gun. And that will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him so far.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
First down.
On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
Touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now it's Richardson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Taken from just outside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Here's Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Browns add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Colts 17. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Richardson looking to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. To throw is Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
On first down, Richardson. To the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hold it ready.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. First and 10, it's Richardson.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. That complete to Downs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Richardson.
His throw incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Throwing now, Watson.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down to the 10.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.